Goodbye.
Bye-bye. And just like that, he's gone from the screen. All right, let's see if God is here. God, are you available to cast NA with me?
Here I am.
There he is, and he appears on the screen just like that. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty exciting games over there. I liked that MF Aurelia. That was a good game, that one.
All right, so Astral's first deck here is Karma and Lux. A classic, for sure. What do you think about this one?
I think it's pretty strong, actually. The Radiant Guardian is a very solid tool against aggro, but in this matchup, I don't think guys will play aggro. But still, big body. Once he gets to turn 10 with that Unyielding Spirit and just deep meditation with Karma on board, just like it's game over.
Yeah, exactly. Like this deck is just very good at stalling because, you know, it's Ionia, and Demacia is not bad at that either. With the Radiant Guardian especially, like a lifesteal unit in Demacia, that is just pretty good. I'm surprised they're not running the Tasty Faithfolk, but chose for the Vanguard Sergeant instead. I guess that makes sense, synergize a little better with Lux. I think this deck can actually go into multiple different directions. I remember back in the day, it used to run the Scout, the Grizzled Ranger. It used to run Tasty Faithfolk at some point. I'm pretty sure it even ran stuff like the Fleet Feather Tracker and the Bright Steel, but Astral is just very control heavy with this deck with a lot of spells. So he's just looking to get to turn 10 cleanly, play some Unyielding Spirits, and keep his champions alive.
Yeah, you don't get to see that card often.
I like seeing it because it feels pretty fair now.
I like that triple deny. I think that might be teched.
Could be. Could very well be him. No Nopifies. But he's expecting some big spells to come out. Yeah, looks like a good deck. This one is going to do well, I think. 10 mana is the key here. Right, and Astral's second deck is a spicy one. Ionia again, Ahri and Sejuani. That's with a Field Rush in there too. That's interesting with Ahri, to say the least. What do you think about this one?
Yes, I think he calls it Feel My Rush because it's Ahri with the FTR.
That's genius. I love that, actually. That's great. All right. Wow, Wolf Rider for ramp? Interesting. Imagine recalling that Wolf Rider and proccing it again to go even faster. It's brilliant. It might be a little expensive for mana.
I think it might be able to play at 2 speeds here, since with a decent amount of cards, you might be able to play faster than like expect from a controlled FTR deck at least.
Right, yeah. Yeah, if you're like depending on what deck you're against, you can just go under them because it has the Dancing Droplet, it has the Mourned, Navori Conspirator, Shadow Assassin. That's just like the Ahri starter package, right? You're gonna be good with those. Still, having that heavy top end, I think is really, really interesting. I'm very intrigued to see how this one will do. I don't expect it to get banned, so we're almost certain to see it at some point. And let's look at his final deck, which is Nasus with Vaults of Helia. Wow. This looks like one hell of a spicy list. Minion in there, Undying. Minion Undying with Vaults of Helia.
Yeah, same here, same reaction. Rasa the Sunder, never seen that card ever. Never seen Vaults of Helia. It's the first talk about the elf in the room. The combo here is just straight up. I like this combo: Minion into Undying into Crocolith. That's a good combo right there.
Yeah, wow. This like you're not even. It looks like it doesn't rely on Vaults of Helia that much. It's gonna be great if you can get on the board safely, but this. Like, you have minions every turn. Because of Minion, you're going to be able to play blockers. I expect this deck and the Ahri Sejuani deck to go through every time. And I expect the first deck, the Lux Karma, to be banned. This is great. I love this.
Yep, actually, there's something interesting here. Triple Gluttony. As like a mini Vault of Helia.
Wow.
In case he doesn't draw it. I like that, actually. Actually, I love this deck.
This deck is fantastic. I love this too. You can kill the Minion. You can kill the Undying. Just get out some good units of your deck. That's perfect. It's kind of weird that it's not playing any 5-mana units, right? So you kind of have like a gap with the Vault of Helia. I mean, unless you play it on turn 5, right? But the Nasus is going to have to be played fairly every single time, unless it's the Rekindler.
Is there a good 5-mana unit in these regions?
I don't actually think so. I can't think of one that has a Death Rattle too. And then we will go over, let me check to make sure, Geist decks. Here we go. The first one Zillion and Nasus. So another Nasus with Zillion and
yeah,
Gohard.
double Nasus deck. I didn't expect to see 2 Nasuses in double Amir Mac. This is built very differently. I mean, both are. This is more of a control, a reactive list here with Zillion. I think try and just be there for the time bombs and as a stall tool, and with the Sentinels as well, just because of the amount of cards or kill spells in the deck with Gohard, Vengeance, Ruination.
Commander Ledro's in there too, just in case you need that atrocity target late game. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. I really like these Sentinels.
Planning to go really long with this. Yes.
Yeah, the Sentinels are like any kind of like control deck that looks to go long and has the ability to kill units early. I think they're so good. They're so underrated. Absolutely love to see it. I think this one is going to do pretty well too. It's just a solid deck. It's been around for a little while, and if you can chain those Gohards with the predicts, you're going to be looking pretty good.
Yep.
All right, second deck is another spicy one. Braum and Pantheon with Feel the Rush. Whew. And the third champion, Wounded White Flame, of course. Can't forget about him.
Yep, third champion. Honestly, should be above champion level. How many decks he's in?
Yeah, Braum is the follower here. It's actually Wounded White Flame and Pantheon deck.
Yeah, it's an interesting take on Faded. Looks like it's more of a lower Faded deck with using like FTR's top end because he's going that slow as a finisher. Starlit Seer, what do you think about that?
Starlit Seer is actually super interesting, but I think it makes a lot of sense in a list like this. 23 spells, and if you land even like a single buff on Braum, you have a blocker or, you know, just a nuisance that pulls away your strongest blocker every single turn. And usually, well, maybe not so much anymore, but back in the day, that would be exactly enough to just win the game. So I think that this list is going to perform absolutely amazing because, let's be honest, if you have a Wounded White Flame, a Mountain Goat for a few gems, a Pantheon, you're just looking really, really good. Even the Gifts from Beyond, if you need that Overwhelm on something like the Wounded White Flame in case you can't get the Zenith Blade. If you need some lifesteal, it's good too. This list is going to perform very well.
Yep, just Targon buffs with Braum, very threatening still, and Pantheon and FTR is your top end.
Yep, got some stuns in there. Silences, it's going to do well. Alright, final deck is just good old Zombie Anivia. What's left to say about this one? Not much. We've seen this one. We've played against it.
Really old deck.
Yeah.
Really solid deck. I think this might be comparable to the Karma Lux. Turn 10, and that's the round.
Yeah, you're right. That's a pretty good way to compare it, actually. He's not running any Catalyst, so he has to get to turn 10 fair and square. But, you know, it's a control deck that eventually just overwhelms you with a board full of Anivias. Banned like the most refined and established decks, right? Like Anivia has been in and out of the meta for a while. Lux Karma has been in the meta, well, a long time ago, and it's always just been kind of like a solid deck, I guess. So banning that out makes a lot of sense to me because everything else is kind of more experimental. All right, looks like we're in the mulligan.
Here. Yep. Looks like Guys has a pretty solid list. I would have kept 2 goats here. Since I do know that since they both players know each other's deck lists, and both players know that that the Ari Sejuani is quite slow, and Guys could get some early chip damage in with the goats.
That's true.
He mulligan one of them away.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're playing a Pantheon deck with obviously the Wounded White Flame, that's the only card you need, right? If you have that card, you're gonna win. Everything else.
It's a Wounded White Flame deck after all.
True, exactly. You drop that on 3. You play a Zenith Blade on it afterwards, you're looking good. For this hand state in particular, I'm pretty happy having a goat and getting those gems to get some procs off of the Starlit Seer, hopefully, on something like the Braum, so you can pull those pesky elusives out of the way, maybe kill them off. But, you know, it's Ionia, so there's going to be a bunch of recalls. It's going to be super annoying to deal with. I'm surprised to see this.
I feel like our type getting the FTR finisher going down because of all the denies. Triple deny, actually. So it'd be tough to. So I think he has to go for a more mid as a win con.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think you even play the Field Rush at all unless they somehow go under 4-mana late game, which is probably not going to happen because Astral knows what cards Geist is playing, right? So
Yep. there's also a lot of recalls in the Ionia deck, and that's pretty bad for White Flame because even though White Flame is a really good card, if it's recalled, it's back to a 2/4, and you lost all the spells you passed on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Astral is gonna be looking really good this game, but I think next match. Wait, what deck does Grim guys have left? It's the Nasus deck, right?
Yes, the Nasus deck.
I think that one is gonna do very well against this list. Because of all the pings, you can take out the elusives. You don't care as much about recalls because you're playing a lot of smaller units. Even the Zillion, the Predict units, they don't mind getting recalled. So, I think that deck could actually go all the way. Because I also think that the Zillion Nasus, I mean, shouldn't be surprised that I'm saying this. I think it's a little bit better than Nasus with Vault of Helia.
Surprise, surprise. But
yeah.
we won't know until maybe he might get a huge blowout with Procolith turn 3 by playing Undying and then Gluttony.
So true, so true. That could absolutely happen. But then again, the guy's just playing a Pantheon deck, and we know that Pantheon sometimes just blows out games completely as well. Well, looking like a strong attack from Astro here once again. Drawing a card on top of it, dealing 1 extra damage because of the Ahri.
You can't really take this block at all.
No, nothing you could do. I mean, you could silence, but Astral has a recall in his hand. No, you're not really gonna go anywhere with it.
Oh, okay. Going for the silence play you just mentioned. Not scared of the triple recall he main decks. And
I guess,
retreat return he does also have.
Yeah, I guess it's to deny the card draw. Which makes sense, kind of. Yeah, goes for the recall on the Ahri, obviously. Doesn't have anything else to do this turn anyway, so it is just always a good play. Pretty interesting that you're running Ahri in a deck with the Kindly Tavern Keeper. Recalling the 3/3s to keep healing yourself. That's pretty good. You need it.
That is pretty. Yeah, that's one way to stay alive.
Right, I've been recalling Chemophore Soldiers to stack mists on Viego, but you know, if you need health, then you know you don't mind that. I think healing 3 every turn.
Oh, there's Pantheon. If he starts getting buffs on him, it'll be very hard to remove since there's no Will or Homecoming in the deck. Or in the hand, at least, not just yet.
Yeah, if Pantheon doesn't get recalled here, then having him as a 6/4 coming down, that's already pretty scary. Goes for the Zenith Blade on the Starlit Seer first, it looked like. I would... that's kind of interesting. I guess that makes sense, because you turn more units into threats with the buffs from the Starlit Seer. But still, it feels like it would be a little better on the Goat, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Plus higher attack. You don't really want to risk your Starlit Seer since it's kind of your engine.
Yeah.
But I think that in Geiss's point of view, the key to winning this is just having multiple threats that Astral cannot remove. And for the Ahri Sejuani deck, I think it's just get that FTR down. There's no counter. Geiss already used 1 Hush.
Yeah.
There is a second one in the deck, but he has to find it.
I was thinking, like, Ahri leveled up as like a 10/10. Does it really matter if she's gonna like be swapping places and stuff, and you can just jump block it? But if she is leveled, and you get like a board full of elusives with a 10/10 leveled up Ahri elusive, that's kind of nasty, actually.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's no response, that's just only Ahri at 10/10 is needed.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because it's Ionia, but the more I look at Astral's decks, the more I start to like it. I'm impressed here. That's a very cool deck. Might have to play that one myself at some point. Trying to forget that it's Ionia.
The better decks, of course.
Sorry, what?
No, just saying that the NA of course brings the show and the fun, not the EU.
Jacko Sparta has been making sure of that for a few tournaments now, but I quite like the EU too. It was I was not expecting a deck like this for Aurelia.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either, but it has been a solid alternative to the Azir Aurelia.
True, yeah. I feel like it's a bit more high rolly, but overall Azir Aurelia is more consistent. So that will always, I think, be the go-to deck. We see that Astral top deck the recall here, so the Ahri will once again stay alive here.
Safe. Yep.
But there is no card draw for Astral. Denied again.
The card draw keeps getting denied. It might be a bigger problem than originally thought for Astral.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he
because
does just have to. He just has to survive until turn 9 to get the FTR down.
And since he has nothing else to do, I think this is just a recall Ahri turn and then play the Wolf Rider, right? Because you are proccing Plunder. So you're gonna be on 8 mana next turn, and that means you only have to wait one more turn to play your Field Rush and, you know, probably just win the game.
Wow, this deck is so like more synergistic than I thought. I like this.
Yeah, me
This
too.
deck a lot.
Oh, he doesn't go for it. He doesn't go for the ramp.
I
Draws
think he's
a fast
trying
spell.
to get an answer for the if Geist has Field of Rush. See, because he did draw a fast speed spell, and those are Deny and Homecoming and Will of Ionia.
Ooh. 5/7. Big chunker. Who needs to proc Fury or Faded if you can just have a Starlit Seer, I guess?
If he does have, he has multiple spells to proc Faded, so if he plays Pantheon now, he can play a spell on both the White Flame and Pantheon.
Yeah, I think you have to drop Pantheon here, right? You can also get the Shield Vault to potentially block a big unit coming off with a Field Rush. Okay.
Considering whether to open attack, I think he might be scared about developing Pantheon and it getting stunned by Palm or recalled. Oh, there is no Palm, just recalled.
Is there a Homecoming too?
Yeah, 3 Homecomings, 2 Wills.
Okay. And Ahri doesn't care who gets recalled as long as it gets recalled, right?
Yep.
I think leveling Ahri is going to be a big deal this game.
Oh, interesting. Going for the gem on just pushing overwhelm damage, even though it's going to get blocked by the 5/6.
Yeah, but you have the We Stand Together here to trade down the 5/6. I mean, we know what Ashel's hand looks like, and it looks pretty weak. He did just get Sejuani to potentially clear out another threat. How close to leveling would Sejuani be? Wait, I can check. 3 out of 5. That is not half bad.
That is impressive, actually.
Yeah, that's not something you'd expect from an Ionia deck. Huh. Okay.
Makes the FTR even more threatening.
Yep. Yeah,
At
I think
this point, if I were Geist, I would develop and do the stand together because you kind of need multiple threats, and because right now this is no threat at all. This single white flame.
Yeah, I think you even had to play the Zenith Blade. It was either Zenith Blade or Pantheon with the We Stand Together as backup. I think that would have been the most proper play. Because if you let this game go too long, yeah, you have 2 Pantheons, but I don't think even a double Pantheon can stand up against the Field of Rush unless, you know, he already has multiple Faded procs, which is going to be pretty hard to do.
Yeah, if Pantheon is leveled, it doesn't matter what keyword he has. If Ashel gets that FTR down, there's an elusive blocker and there's a big blocker.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what keywords there are for Pantheon.
Yeah, exactly. Geist is considering the Will of Ionia, I think.
Let's talk about your task.
But there's no need because there's no overwhelm on this dragon. It's a very non-threatening attack. Gets Chumblock, gets +1/+1 from the Fury. And Astral says, thank you, I'm
like
1
this
turn
turn
closer
was,
to Field Rush.
Yeah, I feel like this turn is going to actually decide the entire game. Whether guys could get a lot of, just a big chunk of damage through, or will Astral's fine right now.
I think Astral's fine. I think that was just not enough.
And stand as one.
Playing the smaller Pantheon.
Did he? Oh, he did. That would only imply that he is not planning on using that Shield Vault, right?
Yeah, I think he wants to bait out the recall, but at this point, Astral doesn't need to use it.
Yeah. The only scary thing now is if Pantheon gets Spell Shield. Because Astral has no way of interacting or popping a Spell Shield. At all.
For Astral this turn, I think just playing Sejuani and threatening the either one of the White Flame or the Pantheon.
Yeah. So if you're a Geist and your Pantheon gets potentially frostbitten and vulnerable by Sejuani, would you let it die and just play the other Pantheon?
Yes, I would.
Alright, well, we'll see if Geist think the same thing. Maybe it doesn't even get pulled by the Sejuani. Oh, he goes for the stun and levels up Pantheon that way. Once again, the Ahri gets denied. Ahri does not get to play the game. Just like in League of Legends, because he has been a horrible champ for years now.
Really annoying, you know?
There he goes. The man drop. What did we get? Lifesteal, Fearsome, Spell Shield, Regeneration, and Impact. Ooh, now you do want to protect him.
That spell shield's really good.
Just because of that Spell Shield, I think you're protecting his Pantheon, yes. Very interesting. So
next turn is Field of Rush turn.
yeah, so maybe Geist is trying to open attack next turn. What I'm wondering here is, do you play We Stand Together on the Pantheon and Wounded White Flame? Or do you play Elixir of Iron? I actually think it's a We Stand Together on both of them, and then a Zenith Blade on the White Flame.
I would do a different order, but yes, it would be Zenith Blade, and then open attack, and then depending on how they block, Wounded White Flame. Or not Wounded, We Stand Together.
Yeah, but I mean for this turn specifically. Because if Astral attacks here and pulls the Pantheon... No way, that doesn't even work. You can't even kill it. Oh, this just became so awkward for Astral.
I do think it was a misplay to play the smaller Pantheon.
I think so too, but by the looks of it right now, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. I don't think you'd attack with Sejuani or the Scattered Pod, because you need the health to block the Overwhelm. As he is planning on open attack.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, there's no Scout, there's no Quick Attack. So this Pantheon is gonna get one hit in, and then most likely just... No, he'll survive, but, you know, there is some overwhelm damage from the Sejuani. And the Field Rush that's coming down. Oh, a Hush.
Oh, Hush.
Hush is fantastic here.
Prove your worth.
Yeah, this We Stand Together is gonna do a lot of work here. Recall the dragon, I guess?
Yeah, recalling the dragon.
That's all you have.
You have the Overwhelm on the Starlit Seer, and Pantheon, when we stand together, is probably going to do enough damage.
Geist is navigating this game very well right now. Definitely going for some plays that I would not expect, but he's making them work.
Oh, not even blocking the Starlit Seer with Scattered Pod.
Yeah, I mean, playing around Pale Cascade, the We Stand Together that he has. It makes sense, I guess. I think Astral is trying to go for the elusive Wincom next turn. The Scatter Pod will go elusive. Ari is one off. No, Ari can level because there is a Navori Conspirator in the hand. So Ari will level, be a 10-10 elusive, and he's gonna try to just win.
Embrace the quiet of your...
With an elusive Wincom here.
Oh no, stand together.
The problem is...
Pushed in 3 damage.
Yeah. So Ari levels here.
Now I hunt.
Yep, the problem next turn is that Geist has a Hush.
This is such a weird game. There's gonna be 2 Aris then, right? Because one gets put on the field and a Sejuani too. So if you put the 10-10 Sejuani, the 10-10 Ari all the way on the left, and they get silenced, that means that the 3-4 Ari will still do the whole recall shenanigan board-wide elusive recall attack. But is it gonna matter? It might, because Sejuani has a freeze too, right? Is he leveled? Yes, he will be leveled on that attack.
Yeah, okay, so... yeah, just like next turn, just FTR, and then I think... Even with the response from Geist, it'll do nothing. Because he does have a shield vault he can play, and a Hush.
Oh, true, yeah, of course, yeah. He gets a turn, plays a shield vault, and then gets the Hush for the 3-4 Ari, potentially, if he's in danger. Oh, Geist is still just looking good, despite what a powerful turn Astral can pull off. Pantheon's crazy, man. What can't this man do?
Oh, he almost has regen. Forgot about that. Unfazed.
Right, yeah. Doesn't care. Right, well, there's a lot of elusives, and here comes the Field Rush. There it is. Let's see how the players will go about this turn, because I'm intrigued.
Ari being summoned by her spell?
Ari dancing for herself? There's one stun. Sadly, no mana for Nopify. 1 mana off.
This would be a good winter.
there's no way to stay alive for Astral next turn either, so he has to win this turn.
I feel like attacking with Sejuani here would be a mistake. Because Astral does know that Geist does have a lot of combat tricks. And could easily get Pantheon to safe range.
Yeah. Yeah, this Hush is gonna be devastating. How do you do this, though? Okay.
Surviving with 1 HP unblocked. Yep.
11-11.
Combat tricks.
Oh, okay. Well,
And a surrender.
no. Yeah, the Pantheon was gonna be 11-12. Sejuani would not get overwhelm damage and it'd be over. So first game goes to Geist. Honestly, pretty well played because I was giving that one to Astral.
Yep, I was more favored on Astral, but since, you know, Geist knew how to pilot around the constrictions, and he did have a pretty bad hand, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he did. But it's like we said at the start. The Dragon and the Pantheon are just enough. They get you there. I quite like it. I mean, there wasn't even a problem in that.
Nasus v Nasus.
I wanna give it to the one with the Vault of Helia, but I'm not sure if that's really gonna happen. Astral's deck building has impressed me.
There is a lot of control tools in the Zillion version.
Yeah. I personally, like, I'll be honest, I don't like Go Hard as a card, and I don't think it's particularly powerful in a predict package, especially if there's so little draw tools. So we'll see what Grimgeist does. All I'm saying is I'm not impressed. Vault of Helia, though, that's where it's at.
No, that's amazing. I want to see the combo pop up.
Oh, looks like there's gonna be a 2-3 on turn 2, an Undying on turn 3, and the big 7-7 Croco on turn 4. Who's ready for some 7-7 Crocodile attacks?
That's a very threatening board.
Honestly, it is, yeah. And the Undying comes back too. Not bad. Okay, pretty slow hand by Geist here. Very slow, in fact. And honestly, no good ways to even stack that Nasus. I think you're just playing the Preservarium here, right?
Yeah, I would not have open attack there.
Yeah, there's no real downside to developing an Undying there, right? I think you drop the Undying and you just Croco it up next turn.
The only real playable cards next turn for Geist is the Merciless Hunter and the Vile Feast.
What are you going to use the Merciless on, though? Double Ruination. Triple Ruination, because Astral has one, too. Oh, he passes.
Oh, not developing the Croc. I think that was a misplay.
Double Go Hard is kind of scary, actually. And yeah, I think that was a misplay, but... yeah. Plays one Go Hard. Yeah, but once you have 2 Go Hards in hand, you start playing them, right?
There is no predicts, no draws in hand for Geist, though.
That's true.
Double Go Hards are just have to get the third one off the top.
Yeah, true. So I actually kind of like preemptively playing the Glimpse Beyond on the Undying this turn, I think. Just refilling the hand a little bit, getting a 3-3, push a little more damage. Honestly, the more I think about it, the better this Undying gets, right? Because it survives every Ruination. If it grows big, you're gonna be set for this game. But we'll have to see what Astral decides to do.
I feel like the Rasa the Sunderer that's in Astral's deck, which is the Undying deck, is actually going to hit pretty large because there isn't a lot of like units in comparatively in Geist's deck.
True. Honestly, that card would have done so well against Faded decks too. It is crazy, right?
Yeah, Faded decks barely have 3 or more units.
Yeah. And usually the 2 units they have are very large. From what I've seen, they go all in on 1 unit, and then kind of like when they have a leftover spell, they play it on their 2nd unit. The only thing that sometimes happens if they have like a what is it, like a goat or something sitting around. Vault of Helia on the field. All right.
So it's gonna this Undying is good. This open attack's gonna look really good.
Oh my
Astral.
God! Wait, is there a way for Astral to kill something off? No. I was gonna say, if there was a way to remove like this 4-2, you're gonna have such a big attack.
The way is always the same.
Astral's looking good.
Open Glimpse. I think Open Glimpse on Astral this turn would be pretty good.
How does that work? Isn't this round end? It's round start, so
Yeah, if he glimpsed the Undying, it would spawn in again and then die.
Maybe that's why Astral decided not to play another 5-drop, so this Crocodile as a 7/7 just stays on the board, right?
Yeah. Because there's really no 5 drop in these regions that are better than a 7/7.
Yeah, so this 7/7 is here to stay, yeah. Open attack, yeah. I think that's pretty good.
And no response. Well, I mean, blocking, of course, but no spells.
Yeah. What do you block here? Yeah, the 7/7, I guess. Oh, no.
A vengeance.
No.
Coming in on the 7/7.
My God.
Well, I think he could have used it more liberally here because the Nasus, if Astral does have it, can be answered with a Ruination.
Yeah. And this Undying is just gonna pull out another Crocodile, right?
Yep.
Oh my God. The Crocodile requiring a 7-mana spill to answer. Why is nobody else playing this card in their deck? It's insane.
I love Vaults of Healing.
Oh, and the minion. Whew. Man, I'm loving it. Astral, you're absolutely my hero this tournament. Look at this, man. From Sejuani Ari to Vault Ophelia. Beautiful. Oh, nothing happened. Alright. Damn, that sucks.
Oh,
Really hoping for another
I guess
Croco.
the Undying didn't spawn in.
Yeah. Ordering. Feels bad.
What do you think for Astral this turn? I think just playing Minion and Nasus?
I think so too, actually. How big is the Nasus? Can't really see. Yeah, I like the main into Nasus player. I mean, the Ruination becomes a lot... I think it's a 5/5. I could barely see it was a 5/5. But his Black Spear in Astral's hand is actually looking quite good too.
Removes a blocker, the very few that Geist has in hand.
Yeah. Main is so cool in his deck, man. I love it.
Let's compare to Nasus. So 5/5 is for Astral. How big is for the Geist?
Huh. Interesting. Both 5/5s. Yeah, I think you Black Spear here. I don't actually think you can play Nas. I mean, you can always start with the Black Spear, I guess.
Yep. I know. I think he needs to Black Spear now, so he has a really good open attack. Remember, there is another 7/7 this turn.
Double Zillion draw.
Oh,
Oof.
wait. Oh, the Vaults of Helia didn't proc because there's no more Crocolists in the deck.
No, I think there... I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe there isn't, but because the Crocodile is the highest cost unit, it doesn't have the ability to summon something else. So it doesn't go to like the second highest.
Crocolith is more expensive than...
Yeah.
That should be a really good buff, though.
Yeah. I mean, actually, like, if Vault of Helia did that, where it looks at the second most expensive unit. Oh, and suddenly things are looking pretty bad.
Astral's on a clock here now.
Yeah, but he does have a Vengeance to answer the Atrocity, but Geist has a Right. So, yeah. That might just be game for Geist.
Yeah. Yeah, Atrocity and Rite of Negation. He does have enough mana for that next turn. I think instead of developing Nasus, your turn was actually to Vengeance him.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now you have to. You got the Rekindler. Yeah, no, I think this is over then. Nasus dying, summoning Rekindler, getting another Nasus. What a fun combo.
Getting a 1/1 bigger Nasus.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah, no response for this, really?
I mean, there is a Vengeance, but it's gonna get righted. So, looks like Geist is gonna win.
Well, I think Geist will take game 1.
Looks like it. Yeah, there it is. Jeez, Geist cleanly takes game 1. I gotta say, I kind of feel for Astral. He brought some sweet decks, and they came so close. They even got to do what they're meant to do, but Geist was just on point with his plays, with his decks, and took the victory right from under his nose.
Yep, I love Astral's decks. I love the Ari Sejuani. I love the Vaults of Helia.
Hmm.
But guys did play around his strengths and what Astral was weak against. And I
Yep.
think there was a few misplays on both players' part, so you can't really blame it up to misplays.
No, 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 absolutely. Both players played fantastically, and no, I think that guys deserved it, and I think that Astral brought some amazing decks that I kind of want to try myself. All right, so I'm gonna need the link from the next participant, and then meanwhile we can look at some of their decks. Let's start with Jacko Sparta. Everybody should know who he is by now because he brings the spice to every single tournament. And here's one that he brings back every single time. It's a timeline deck. This time it's with Trundle and Tryndamere. This looks interesting.
I don't think playing Sump Dredger in a timelines deck is good.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, you can discard your timeline if you draw additional copies, but maybe Rummage is just better, right? Yeah, playing premium units in a deck like this is a little strange, but I trust his judgment. He has performed really, really well in every single tournament.
Yep,
Didn't quite get the victory, but
yeah, in timelines deck you kind of want like the bad cards, like the cards you never played, like Avaros and Hunter. 3 mana, 3/1 deal 1. That's the cards you want to play. But a 3 mana 4/3, that's pretty high statted, and that transforms anyway.
I don't think you can do better. I mean, is there like a 3 mana 4/4 that I can't think of? I'm not sure. No, I can't think of anything that's particularly better than Sump Dredger. All right, yeah. I mean, it's a timeline deck. It has Field of Rush and 2 big dudes. This is gonna be a good one.
Yep, Pillar turning into a really random 8/8, a free 8/8, or not free 8, a free 8 drop.
Exactly. That's probably the main reason why Timeless is in there, just for the pillar. All right, let's go to deck number 2. It is another timeline deck with Twisted Fate this time. Man, Submersible with timelines. You do get the.
That's the unit we're talking about. Really poorly statted, but has a good effect.
Yeah, even Jaw Hunters I think makes sense in a timeline deck because you get the Sea Monster. Playing the Pharaoh's Financier, which I actually just kind of love. This is such a strong card, and transforming it feels pretty good too, and getting some value for later. I think this deck looks a little better as a timeline deck, but the thing the other deck has is straight up transforming the pillar.
I feel like both timeline decks are just good in their own way. The Trundle one is slower and aims to go for like a longer game. This one seems more like mid-range beatdown and faster than the other.
Yeah, I agree. Also, this has a lot higher of a potential to high roll. So, that's another thing it's got going for it. I'm personally excited for this one. I expect that this one might actually get banned out. I think it did last time too. But let's look at the third deck first. There is the Rumble deck. Jacko Sparta, he just knows how to make me happy. Timeline, double timeline deck, and then a Rumble to top it up. Oh wait, this is a timeline deck too.
Is another timelines, 3 timelines deck.
What a hero! He brings 3 timeline decks.
I wonder what Jacko Sparta's favorite card is.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I remember that in a few tournaments ago.
Financier, because all 3 decks also have 3.
True. Actually true. There's a lot of loose here too. But I remember a few seasonals ago, people were thinking about bringing like a triple Bandle Tree lineup. Jacko Sparta's like, hell nah. Triple concurrent timelines. That's where it's at. And I love him for it. This is fantastic.
Well, I'm one of the Tourney players that brings triple tree.
Alright, I'm bringing back Eolias. God, that's it. All right, here we go. There's a Eolias. He's back on the screen. Summoned. All right, let's keep it going.
Maybe you don't like triple tree. It sounds like
It's a pretty legit lineup, but I lost to it once when I played like a Yordle tournament that Lana posted. And, it was sad days.
All right, time to look at Red Phoenix's decks.
Yeah, Akshan and Pantheon. This one looks, like another double champion. Oh, well, Akshan is an actual champion. He's a little better than Braum, I would say. So Wounded White Flame with the goat, with some spells. It's gonna be a good one.
Shurima Faded, yep, looks solid.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with this deck. I think this looks like a super refined list to me. There's no bad card here. There's no card that's like, oh, are you sure this fits in here? The only card I could say that about is maybe the Profiteer, but even that, like the Lucky Finds, is just good in a Faded deck.
I like the Bastion as like it's like a you deny but really good for Faded because the danger of Faded, well, your Faded units dying or recalled or stunned or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks good. This deck is gonna do well. I don't know what the rest looks like, but if this were me, I would be this would be on my top of the list to ban. Yeah, and the next is an ARAM deck. Oh my god, this looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. Abominable. It's a Yeti Zareth ARAM deck. NA, why you gotta keep doing this to me? NA just brings the spice.
Howling Abyss with Zareth and Yetis.
Wow.
There's nothing better than this.
This is amazing. And the good thing is, this is likely not to get banned, so I'm pretty happy about this one. Yeah. Yeti ARAM and Zareth.
A lot of 1-ofs and 2-ofs, and in a tournament format, those are, you have to play around those, but also they're not too common that you might also not draw them when needed.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not really a tournament player, but that argument of having a lot of 1-ofs that's hard to play around, super smart.
Yep.
Quite like it. All right, let's look at the last deck by Red Phoenix here. It is Cannon Viego. Yeah, this looks like, it's almost like the...
Mist-leveling Ken with Mist Wraiths.
Yeah. I played this, but with Ari, and I quite liked it because you kept recalling the Camivore and Soldier. But there's actually, it looks like, oh, there's even Mist Wraith that you can level Cannon with. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Super interesting.
I think that's the Fading Memories to summon more Mist Wraiths. Harrowing as a top end if Viego and Hydrovine isn't enough.
Yeah. See the hands. All right, yeah, and we're in. Loading screen. First game of the second semis between Jacko Sparta, the Triple Timeline Man, and Red Phoenix. This is... Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, isn't this the Akshan Pantheon? But no, it's not. It's the ARAM deck with the Yetis and the landmarks. Fantastic.
Off timelines in opening hand. Nothing better than that.
True, that's what you're looking for. And the Pharaoh's Financier to look for some spells for later on. Looking like a good hand. Marai Warden is great too. Let's see, and Red Phoenix has a bunch of Yetis. Wow, wait, look at Red Phoenix's hand.
Oh, wow. As soon as he gets 2 Yetis on board. Wow.
2 Yetis is all it takes. It's going to be a board with 5 5s after that. Wow. Alright. Yeah, that looks like both players have a pretty solid hand, honestly. Wait, is Timelines active right now?
Yep, it is.
The bookie is going to give him so much value. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't. That's insane. Who even needs discard cards if you can just transform your Mariah into a bookie?
Look at that. Answer to Howling Abyss is sunk cost.
I help when I can. Shut up.
And he chose it.
Jacko Sparta, my man. You beautiful being. Oh my god. Sunk cost, timelines, arena bookie. I'm in heaven right now.
This is looking like a really good game for Jacko.
Oh, and just for Red Phoenix too, if you look at that board right there. Oh my god.
Oh.
Out of nowhere.
Oh, bot and bookie. That synergy point right there.
God, that's... Man, that's honestly like kind of incredible. I'm like blown away.
Getting a free card every turn.
Yeah. It is. If you keep these alive, and which you can. I mean, Red Phoenix could play his Blighted Ravine, but I don't think that's really what you want, right? No need.
I'm always up for a round or two.
Goes for the blue card. Wow. Okay.
Turn 5 for Jacko next turn looks like subversible.
Yeah. Just transform it into something, draw a card. Oh, does go for it. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what to think about that. I would have probably shot one of the 5/3s here, but then again, he did have mana for the Hourglass fight.
I think that was a good Blighted Ravine.
Yeah, I think so too. Quite good. Now, what do you do? I think it's... Oh, and there's another Abominable in Red Phoenix's hand.
I think the problem for Red Phoenix right now is that he has no more gas except this Trapper.
Took the bait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And the Abominable gets summoned, but that means you have to win the game here with the Abominables.
You can just look at the hand size right now, and you can tell like the difference in how much power they have, how much cards they have, and going later into the game.
Okay, that's an interesting play there.
I think he wants more Yetis on the top of the deck. That's like opposite of what you want.
Yeah, I think you want to be drawing different kind of... Oh my god, another... What the hell is this blowout? Triple Abominable.
That's the thing with Yetis. Once they have multiple on board, well, there's even more coming.
I'd. Red Phoenix has 39 cards left in his deck. Jacko Sparta has 25.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's the baby Yetis. It's the Abominables going back into the deck. It's the Zanya on the Trapper. My god. There's gonna be a 5-5 draw on every single turn. Which is sad, because that means there's no ARAM, right?
Yep, no ARAM.
The thing is, if Jacko Sparta can keep jump blocking these Yetis, there's no real good way to win for Red Phoenix. I would pick the Neandroid here, by the way. There's a bunch of creator cards. Yeah, smart.
Yep, he sees that too.
I mean, this 2-3, yeah. You think like, oh, that's one of the worst sea monsters, but you're not unhappy getting this. Because it's just a chump blocker. It's a cheap chump blocker.
Oh, okay. So which unit would you play as Jacko Sparta here?
I would play the Pharaoh's Financier, I think. Well, I guess a Sea Scarab is fine. Ooh. High roll.
Oh, yep. That's really good, actually. As we see in Phoenix's hand, 2 Yetis. That's why he did the Hourglass, but... I mean, what's the use, right? You're playing 5/5s, but what you need is more value, like how you this.
Yeah, yeah. And if the Pharaoh's Financier finds something good here, also just looking kind of good. Yeah, this is just 5 damage.
I think you could have developed the Jol Hunters.
I think so too, but I mean, it wouldn't have done much. You can't really trade into them. Is this another zone? Oh my god. I don't know about this. I don't think that's right. You really need some better stuff than just Yetis to win. Especially because Jacko can just go wide and chump block every... Another sunk cost. I mean, you gotta do it.
Nah, dude, Hex Tech.
Yeah, no, it's the Hex Tech for sure. Alright. Yeah. You got 4 blockers for the 4 Yetis.
That's
you can even get some good
Pharaoh's
trades.
Financier. There's some underused cards, but there's actually... When you find them in-game, you can actually use them.
Yeah. Also, this iterative is pretty fantastic on a 1-cost Yeti. Just make sure not to play it first.
Yeah, play Pharaohs first, and then play both your Yetis.
Yeah, exactly.
I think at this point, Phoenix has one hand. It's just the Yeti.
Yep.
Against Jacko Sparta's almost full hand.
Did he just play 3 Pharaoh's Financiers and get the option to pick sunk cost every single time?
Of course, he would have chosen it.
Wait! This True Shot Barrage!
It hit so good.
The True Shot Barrage of Heavens! Look at this! 3, 2, 1!
Oh, not go I guess you can play it on next round.
He's drawing so many cards. He's gonna be deep.
I would have played it. I would have played the True Shot actually last round. So I can open attack and win.
Yeah, great.
The hand, just more Yetis.
What a game! What? Oh, wait, he goes for...
Oh, yep, more damage, I'm guessing. You can ping off the 1 health with a Mystic Shot.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what card is coming up. Oh, it's a Vista. Okay, Jacko Sparta 1. What a beautiful game. What from Bookie and Ballistic into this.
I love timelines. That was incredible, the first 2 cards.
Insane. So much value from Jacko Sparta. Beating the army of Yetis. Good freaking game. That was beautiful. Beautiful display. I loved it. Outplayed. Alright. Game number 2. Diego Cannon.
I'd love to see Kennen leveled here through Mistwraiths, but let's see if he... There was only 2 Kennons, so he might not draw it.
Yeah, there's timelines again in the opening end.
Oh, yeah, timelines with patched Porobot.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know. I never even considered that interaction, but I guess that is how it works.
I do think it's kind of weird since patched Porobot already has kind of a value stat line.
Yeah, it's a 2/3, but I mean, getting a keyword on like a different type of unit, elusive. There it is. I mean, the tough is honestly pretty solid here. Lays it out. I mean, you take the 3/2 as a fearsome blocker, I guess? Oh, it didn't. He chose the elusive. Oh, wow, wait! That's kind of crazy! Wait! You just get a free quick attack every single turn because it's elusive.
It's better Young Witch!
Oh my god! What? It's literally Young Witch, but better! Wow. I don't know what to say here. This just makes me mad at Ionia. That they had a card like this they could put in their deck. Oh.
I think Icequake here.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, it does clear all the miss rates.
Yeah.
It's kind of weak. I think Harsh Winds is the correct choice, but the other cards were sweeter.
Yeah. More fun.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can slowly pick it off.
Oh, okay. Blocking the Sunhawk with the Spiderling? I think you could have blocked bigger units with that.
Do you really care about 2 damage? Yeah, I would have just let that go, I think. Especially if you have a Viego in your hand, you just want to sack that spider once you get the Viego on the board, right? Another Ferris answer.
Viego on board. Once he does get this Viego on board, it only takes a couple of miss rates to die, and he's leveled.
True, very true. Cannon is at 2 out of 5 because of the miss rates too.
The Porobot has elusive again.
Are you serious? Did it really? Oh, these are some terrible choices.
Yeah, if you wanted the normal stat line for the Porobot at this point.
Jack of Sparta could just try to like race him.
Elusive versus fearsomes.
Yeah. I think elusive wins here. And again, it is miss rates. They grow pretty big. Oh, you hate to see that top deck.
Yeah.
What do you play here? Would you play the Trundle? I think I would have developed because you're kind of wasting the quick attack here.
Yeah. I would have developed Trundle, and I mean, the quick attack doesn't really matter. It's nothing big enough to challenge.
Yeah, interesting.
Red Phoenix having the opposite problem this turn. No units, or this game, no units. Only spells. Last turn was, well, no everything, but more Yetis on that.
This Avalanche is kind of
think
dead. You don't want to kill your own elusives, right?
Phoenix here, I think, has a clock. If he doesn't get Viego leveled turn 8, well, he might just die to how much value he gets.
Yeah.
Jack of Sparta gets playing the pillar.
I fully agree, yeah.
The draws were not that good.
These timeline offers, yeah. A little disappointing. There is a fearsome blocker, I guess, so... Oh well. Yeah, you're going to be looking for the Trundle transform. The pillar transform. To really get the value you need. If it transformed into something like a Dreadway, you have 2 elusives to just win you the game. I can see that Red Phoenix does have access to a few removal options. He passes. Okay. I knew he'd go for the anomaly. I would have done the same thing. Me and Jacko, we think the same. Pretty good box. Not bad at all.
That means you need to play the same decks.
True, maybe that's it. Jacko Sparta knows what the fun decks are. The answer is timelines. So if Trundle blocks a 3-2, there is a twin for attack to kill the Trundle, but he has the answer of Mystic Shot.
I think it's just good. It's just good for Red Phoenix if Trundle blocks anything.
You think so?
Because twin, if Mistwraith dies with twin on it, that's 3 more for the level for Viego.
Yeah, true.
And at this point, I would just glimpse the mist, or either or actually.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter, but yeah. I mean, do you think the Trundle or the Viego can level ever? With a hand like that, it's going to be pretty difficult. Oh, he's looking to.
You could use Syncopation. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I mean, you got the Mystic Shot here.
Viego dies now.
Yeah.
Trading Trundle for Viego, that's way worth it since Trundle isn't really really in this deck.
No, Trundle's the pillar. That's what he is. The pillar is more important for Trundle.
Looking pretty bad for Phoenix here. No units.
Gets the discard for the timeline that you're never gonna use. Not bad.
2-4. Wow. Okay, that's a good roll.
He gets another
time.
Oh god. Oh, okay, that's smart. I like that play quite a lot.
His anomaly does turn into double tap to actually just have a good open attack.
Yeah. Alright. No, next turn is gonna be powerful with the pillar. That Gohard must have been from the Conch, right? Yeah, Conch created this card. Also, I like this play. Yeah, quite good.
Really grasping at straws to see any unit.
And there's Viego. And another Gohard. Oh, wait a second. Now hold on. If this Ice Pillar transforms into something good, you're chilling so hard. Wait. Ooh.
Farron.
Farron.
Any day of the week.
Yeah. Farron with Unyielding on it. Good luck.
He does have another Trundle on hand, so if Farron somehow dies...
I do this for her.
Dude. Jacko, be my hero. You play the sweetest deck. Now, he's going for it. What a chat, dude. Let's go. It's like he can hear me. Oh, man. He just wins off of this. There's no way. He wins.
There's no way to lose.
Oh, wait. What if Viego levels and steals it? that's actually one.
That's impossible. With the hand that Phoenix has right now?
He has to block it too. He's forced to.
You cannot stop me.
Doesn't block it. Yeah, I think that's the only thing Red Phoenix can do here. I hope that the Viego levels and steal the 8/8 that can't die. Literally.
But Viego is 20 power away. This is a fresh Viego. Nothing was stacked on him before.
Yep. No, that Viego's
And
not.
there is harsh winds to counter if there's a glimpse that he top decks.
Yeah. Man, I love it.
This was a pretty one-sided game, I'd say.
Yeah, it didn't look like it, but then, you know, Jacko Sparta just high rolls into some sweet cards and, you know, he gets there. Ooh, is that the third one?
That was the third. No, that was the.
Was it the second? Oh yeah, it was the second. Yeah, it was it. Wait, I didn't even see what he got. What did he transform into? I didn't see.
I think he chose
Dreadway?
another Farron.
Oh, another Farron, okay. God. Elusive army into double Farron. Come on. Give Red Phoenix a break, Jacko.
Timelines is just an evolving deck. You think you're winning against an elusive deck? Nope, you're going against Overwhelm.
It was actually me. Farron. How close
You
is
couldn't
it?
ask for anything better though. Elusive deck with a Farron finisher.
Honestly. But where are the decimates, though? That's the one thing I'm missing. Just lets it through. I think that's smart. Well, yeah. What do you really lose to? Like, Twin Discipline on Viego with an Atrocity, I guess? I don't know.
Triple twin.
That's smart. I like this play a lot. That's very good, I think.
Oh, that harsh winds is. I mean, he doesn't know it, but
that's such...
He is playing for his outs.
That is a beautiful play. I am impressed by Red Phoenix for seeing that line, because that's beautiful. Going for the lethal like that, it was exactly lethal.
You played around harsh winds because manifested it through yeah,
through the Pharaoh's financier. I gotta give it to Red Phoenix. That was a really well done play. I'm impressed by that.
And looking at the Timelines deck, there is no main deck Frostbite. There's only one Three Sisters. So that was the correct play from Red Phoenix, but I mean, you can't play around a card that was manifested, really.
True. No, I agree. No, I think it was impressive what he did there.
Yep.
Flying to his outs, yeah. No, I'm going for the win like that when you know you're going to be losing to this Farron. Just a gorgeous play.
He could have won too, because he would have been at 8 HP, and then...
Yeah. Then the Atrocity was enough. Oh, he had enough mana for the Atrocity this turn.
Oh, he did, yes.
Yeah, so it was 9 attack from the Viego, and then 9 more from Atrocity. He had 18 health. So, lethal.
Getting Hydrovine too late.
Yeah. Does not matter anymore. Very well done by Red Phoenix, but even more credit to Jacko Sparta for closing this one out so decisively. The honorable way
suicide.
to go. Yeah. Well played to both players. What a show. What a beautiful display. Gorgeous. There we go. Geist versus Jack. It says Jack Sparta. It's Jacko, mister. There we go. Get it right. I did this. I'm playing myself. Yeah. Well,
The
okay.
TF version got really close to deep. He was at, I think, 20 cards.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
cards away from going deep.
Exactly. And he had that 4/4 sea monster. Yeah. All right.
Our timelines in opening hand again.
You know, I'll be honest. I'm a little sad that we have to watch this from Guy's perspective because seeing those high rolls happening live from Jack of Sparta was pretty fun. But I'll take it, you know? We can still look at his hand this time at least, so it's all good.
Yep,
Timeline?
timelines turn 1.
Has
turn
he
2,
had
Pharaohs.
that every single time? I think all 3 previous games he's had timelines. And now again.
I think Elawar needs mastery points on timelines.
Jack of Sparta would be all the way at the top. Alright. Oh wait, I didn't see the bans actually. Do you know which one got banned? I'm gonna assume Twisted Fate, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I wasn't focusing either. I know, well, at least we know 2 decks that aren't unbanned.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
But I still do think that the correct ban for guys is to ban the TF. I think that was what he banned.
I agree, yeah, I think so. Geist has been a very solid player in every single tournament, so yeah, I would expect him to ban that one.
The choices for the Omen Hawk when he played it was either Cithria or 2 Poros. I wonder, I would have chose the Poros, of course.
Alright, sorry. It wasn't showing the hand, but I had like my stream dashboard instead, but it should be good now. Alright. Honestly, Geist has a pretty... Ooh! Rekindler or Vengeance? If it's Rekindler, it's bad. Which one is it?
Well, that's not ours.
It's the Rekindler. He gets the 3/4 Swole Squirrel. Not bad. I think, God, are you still here or did you disconnect?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I think Discord was lagging a little bit. But let's see.
Yeah, Trundle in hand. I would have. Oh wait, I guess he doesn't need the pillar right now. He needs it by turn 8.
Yeah, exactly. I like the 5/5 here. Get the transform. Oh, a challenger. Okay. There is nothing that guys can really play here, except another Lighter Ravine, which he probably will. He might freeze the 5/4 or something. Honestly, this is a very good transform. You get more value from that unit too. Not bad.
Even more value from Evros and Hearthguard.
No.
Which already gives a lot of value. We just need to draw it.
Yeah, pretty good. Alright. Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter what you play this turn. You could go for the Trundle, you could go for the Pharaoh's Financier, transform it into something, and just... Yeah. Transform it into something, and then next turn you play Trundle with like a Korobob to get the transform.
His choice is Glorious Evolution. And Icequake and Borealis. I need Glorious, please. Choose Glorious.
I think you have to. Like, Glorious is actually a legit way to beat Anivia. He went for the Icequake. I don't know if I agree with that, because Icequake does not do a whole lot against Anivia. I honestly think that the Glorious is correct here. Because you get a single elusive, and then you just keep growing it to win the game that way. I think that's the only way to beat a grindy deck like Anivia.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, the stats do go worse in a Timelines deck, because, you know, they do cost 1 less, and usually they do have worse stats at 1 less mana. Actually, yeah, he's going... I guess he's trying to get to the combo turn instead of turn 10, turn 9.
Yeah.
And win like that.
That could be. I mean, what does Anivia really do to beat that? I mean, I guess they have Ruination.
Vengeance.
Vengeance, yeah.
He does have Vengeance in hand.
True, Vengeance and a Freeze. But still, that's a lot of resources gone, so...
And
here's some.
there is a single Trinimir, I think, exactly for the Field of Rush.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's the 3rd Blighted Ravine. I like developing the Trundle here a lot, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing really to do except play the Sentry here, just press spacebar. Spacebar players.
Anivia gameplay.
Yep, I can't play control. I don't like pressing spacebar, you know?
Yeah, same. No, I'm not a control player at all.
Except I love pressing spacebar when I'm about to win. That's why I love banditry.
True. We have like a landmark popping with Ziggs or something, and you press spacebar to go to the next turn. Pretty good. Okay, 5-3 is not bad. There's a lot of threats on the board here. Would you pull the Anivia? I guess you would, because it's gonna get blocked anyway.
Yeah.
The Anivia dies, you play a Rekindler. There is no way for Jack of Sparta to pop the egg, right? No.
Ace Quake, maybe.
Okay, this is...
Oh, I would not do... Oh, because he does have Rekindler. He doesn't care if the egg dies.
Yeah, the egg gets pulled now by the 5-2 though, unless there's a freeze. And Guy still needs to wait 3 turns to get to the Enlightened turn and level up Anivia.
I've played Anivia before, but not recently. But I do know that if you don't have enough dead Anivias, that's the problem. So I think he's trying to bait into Jack into pulling the egg.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you mini-morph the first Anivia, it's basically like a lost cause already.
Yeah, I think as a finisher, he does have Harrowing. So if somehow there's no Niveas on board, he can just bring like 6 back to life.
Yeah. And treat. There could be another Anivia there. I mean, you just play the Entreat to be mana efficient here, I guess? Or do you not want to let your opponent know? Oh, okay.
I do Blighted Ravine.
Yeah, Blaze better. I didn't. Right. Okay, yeah, solid. Good little board clear, and now let's see if the pillar high rolls.
Transforming it into Silverwing Flight gives you another unit to transform.
Hey, true. Okay, well, there is actually mana for the Field Rush from Jack of Sparta. And I think
the question is, do you fear the Ruination?
No, you go Pillar into Field Rush, right? Like you level Trundle, or you pull out another Trundle.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, that seems.
Yeah, but
really
but I don't think Geist is under any pressure to play.
If there is a Dreadway, yeah, you are. But we'll see what it is.
Oh, true, of course. Yeah.
Even Ruination.
But he does have freezes.
Yeah, true, but it is a Dreadway. Oh my
wow.
god! Wait a second. Oh wait!
He tapped out. He tapped out of Ruination.
He lost.
It's game over.
Jekko won. What a
Timelines
god!
is amazing. Timelines must be tier 1.
Timelines is the best deck in the game. All of them. Oh my god! And the pillar getting generated. The Trinamir gets plus 2 attack.
Pillar if he somehow dies. Yeah, there's no way. He has 3 freezes in hand.
Yeah, true. Okay. 3 freezes might be too much.
But if he doesn't draw Harrowing specifically, or not Harrowing, Ruination specifically next turn, there's no out anymore.
You have to go for the pillar then, right? You can't open attack here because of the freezes. You have to go for the pillar. Yeah.
Oh, it's another Dreadway. And a Leviathan?
What do you go for? I think you go for the Leviathan though. Oh my.
Yeah, but he chose second Dreadway, so everything's ×4 right now.
Okay, so there are 3 units that can be frozen, and there is only 1 blocker for Dreadway. I don't think you can get through everything here, can you?
I think it's game over, because if a single one gets through, it's over. Harrowing trying to, but you can't freeze anymore if you Harrow.
Yeah, you can't Harrowing here. Oh my god, this is such a fantastic game.
Of course, Jacko knew that he was going to get double Dreadway.
Of course. I mean, Jacko is built different. He is constructed alternatively. And honestly, if he takes the tournament this way, I would be happy for him.
Jacko plays 5D chess. We're playing Legend of Runeterra. Huh? We're not playing the same game anymore.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, to be honest, Jack of Sparta and Grim Gaius, they already have first and second place. It's 30 euros for first, 20 for second, so... How do you do this, man? Yeah, he pulls, of course, he pulls the fearsome unit, the fearsome blocker to the side. What do you do now? If one of these Dreadways hit, it's 16. He just lets it go through.
Oh, what negative?
Minus 150.
Wow.
Minus 150.
I did predict that if the Trundle was unbanned, it might outlast the Nivea deck.
Wow.
And that's exactly what happened.
Jack of Sparta, every single game that this man queues up in the Snnuy Tourney, it's a just complete, absolute show full of entertainment and high rolls. It's Rumble.
Up Rumble versus a Nivea.
I'm happy about that one.
Your favorite deck.
It's probably worse than the Twisted Fate version, but it's Rumble. I'll take it. Blighted Ravine, Ruination. Ruination is going to be devastating against this deck, but Rumble with a Spell Shield is kind of scary. There's not a lot of good and solid ways for Grim guys to deal with that. No Rumble in the hand. There is an aloof for the Ruination.
There is no timelines in the hand.
First time, no timeline, yeah. I
And
mean,
you can manifest it.
true. With a hand like this, do you really care? Yeah, I like this Flame Spitter pull too. You gotta aggro. You gotta win. You can't really play for value because I think there's less value in this version. Because in the Eternal version, there's the Pillar you can transform. In the Twisted Fate version, there's the Mirai Warden. What do you have here? None of those
I don't
real...
think you can aggro though, because not only are you not built for that, also quite slow compared to an aggro list, but also you do know that Geist runs Blighted Ravine and well, Century, and he can Avalanche in hand as you see now, so he does have a lot of ways to stay alive.
No, you're right, but do you really think you can last long enough this game to close out a win that way? Because I don't know. I just don't think you can.
Unless Jacko can find a way that we're not saying here, I think this game goes to guys and they have to fight it out in the next match.
Yeah, I think I agree. What do you do here? Do you, like, Avalanche, Valfeast?
Yeah, Vile Feast here.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, you're playing around Avalanche, right? Because Jacko Sparta does have the Pokey Stick, you could get rid of the Spider. Oh, he just takes it. Okay. Why not? And there's a Rumble. Wait!
Yep.
Jacko Sparta runs the Minimorph. That's an incredible
Yes,
pool.
the first Anivia that he does have two Anivias in hand technically with the Untreat.
He doesn't care, he just goes for it. Just dump him into the ravine. Doesn't matter. Get that Rumble online next turn.
Sacrificing the baboon.
Yeah. I mean, I like it kind of. The Rumble is stronger.
Let's turn up the heat.
You want to do as much damage with Rumble as possible here. I like that discard too. Pretty good. So Geist does not have Gluttony, which I think matters a lot here. Okay, so now we can freeze the Rumble. If needed. I think you attack with Rumble. If Rumble gets frozen, you play the Flame Spitter.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking.
Oh,
I would not
no.
have that, though.
No. Now you definitely freeze it. You prevent 9 damage that way. Yeah. It's a shame.
I think he should have played around it. He does know that he runs Frostbite.
Yeah. Ruination.
Something
Two Minimorphs.
Yeah, no, I mean, you just play it out here. Bye-bye,
Yeah.
bird.
You
Bye-bye.
don't need to think about it.
Yeah, that bird is out of there. That's so interesting, actually, because Geist knows that this is the only deck with Minimorph, and he knows he's bringing a Nivea deck that gets countered completely by that.
I guess he's relying on his Braum Pantheon, which
Yeah.
is most likely unbanned.
Yeah, that could be, actually. Here we go. Second Anivia turned into a little mini pog. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's gotta hurt. There is another entreat though, so
That's two Anivias dead.
oh god. I
Three
mean,
Rekindlers that can't do anything.
that's so crazy though. Actually,
here in your time of
3 Anivias, turn 9. Goes for the draw. I don't know if there's 3 Minimorphs. Okay, I mean... So, I think you Shock Blast the 3/3 and the Nexus here, right?
Yeah.
drop something.
Nope.
Oh, we can't do that anymore.
That's a bit of the Ruination, not bad.
Okay, that's not bad at all, actually.
Does get to play a blocker. Alright, let's see. What are the pools here?
He does have Keeper's Verdict and True Shot Barrage.
What did he pick? True Shot.
True Shot.
This is a very good setup by Jack Sparta. He has 9 points of Nexus burn damage, potentially. Okay, guys did get a freeze, which is scary. But there is no more healing. So every point of damage matters here, and there is a lot of damage coming through.
I just open attack. You can't risk his another ruination or harrowing or whatever.
Yeah.
I will endure.
I'm surprised at the rumble block here. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think you're focusing on saving health. Doesn't matter if you try to threaten rumble.
But technically, Jacko Sparta's missing 1 mana for lethal, right? Yeah. 1 mana off lethal. Because it could be Shock Blast into triple... Oh, never mind. There's the kind of... Okay, there is some healing. This is so tense.
6 to get excited. Another 3, so 9. Another 3, so wait, that's 12. He has 12 burn.
Yeah, so you start with the True Shot, I think? 3 to the next one?
1 more damage in if he burst played Jury Rig in that open attack.
I was thinking about that too, but I think he's trying to keep it for the Get Excited, maybe. Is there any burst
But you don't
speed?
care about the rest of your spells or the rest of your cards. You're just trying to burn them down.
Yeah. Yeah, true. What a time for Rumble to be alive.
Mystic Shot. That's so good.
Does he win? Yeah, there's no more healing. Technically, it's lethal right now. Technically.
You don't care about your units here. Just
Person
shoot
if he's
the
dead.
Nexus.
So now, Jacko Sparta will know that if a Rekindler gets plagued, there is no possibility of healing from Geist. Goes for the Shock Blast, okay.
Well, we did
Smart.
mention this game might go to Anivia if we don't find it out ourselves. But Jacko found it out himself.
Jacko wins. You play
Yeah.
both spells here? Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
He won! Jacko won!
I said he's playing 5D chess.
Oh my god, he won 2-0 with timeline decks. Rumble takes the final game.
Maybe Timelines is broken after all.
Oh my god, I'm
Wow.
blown away by that. Jacko Sparta,
Well
congratulations. What a display, that was beautiful. My god. Yeah, well deserved. Beating
Yeah,
Guy's
definitely well
lineup.
deserved. His decks were nowhere near meta, and he piloted them almost perfectly, if not perfectly.
At every single point, like, there were so many choices you could offer, from Manifest, from Timeline Transforms. I think every single time he just picked the right one, picked the right spells from the Pharaoh's Financier, didn't even need the Timeline in the last game to win, and he just took it home with a
Yes,
triple
you also
Timeline
have
lineup.
He also has to consider which order to play them, and he played them in the right order.
Yep.
The entire time.
Absolutely beautiful. I am curious what the final deck for Geist was, but we'll ask him and we'll find out. But that was amazing. I loved watching that, and honestly, I think everything actually ran somewhat smoothly. We had a few hiccups with getting like the link to see the hand, but the fact that we had the stream on with the hand visible and both of us here casting, I think everything went pretty well this time.
Yep, and we'll keep getting better from here on out.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Next month or in 2 months or whatever, we're gonna be doing another one, and they're only gonna be
it'll
better.
rival Worlds. It'll rival the seasonal tournaments.
Who cares about seasonals? Who cares about worlds? Alan,
It's the
It's
sun.
Jacko Sparta,
Yeah,
And
I'd like
Kuso.
to see Allen versus Jacko. That's the real.
right?
And Kuso, yes.
And Kuso, yeah, both of them. Kuso for EU, Jacko Sparta for NA. Beautiful games. Congratulations to both winners. And God, thank you for casting this with me. Thank you for all the work on organizing, getting me the links, doing all the work. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you back for the next tournament too.
Yeah, it's been an honor, and have a good day.
Yeah, you too, man. I'm gonna turn off the stream, and I will talk to everybody else in Discord on stream next time. So I hope to see you guys there, and I'll be uploading this to YouTube pretty shortly too. So take care, everybody. I'll see you probably in 2 days from now when I'll be streaming again. Enjoy the rest of the holiday season. Bye-bye.